weighing on your mind. The sun's going up, get ready for the shine. Everywhere that you turn, your future's looking bright. Hey, sister. Oh. Hey, brother. Don't ever give up the dreams inside your head. Keep moving on up with every single breath. 'Cause the world needs to see the you that's truly you. Hey, brother. Hey, brother. Oh, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. I know, I know, I know. I feel it in my bones. Yeah, the best. Oh, the best. The best is yet to come. Hey, future. I believe we're heading for the day where the work that was done will finally make a way to the hope that we have for all. That's why we say, hey, future. Hey, future. Oh, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come.
This fall, escape to the Smokies for the Bavarian Fall Festival at Anakista. Enjoy Bavarian-style food, live music, fall colors, and a beer tasting pass you'll love. Enjoy good views with great brews. Get your tickets at anakista.com.
Good views and great brews. You can't go wrong with that. It's going to be a perfect day to get up to the mountains today. And remember, we've been talking about it all week long, that the colors are really starting to pop across the higher elevations. So get out and enjoy it. But know that if you are going to the mountains today, it's going to be rather breezy and gusty. And the wind's only going to increase here throughout the afternoon and through the overnight hours and into the day tomorrow, because remember, we've got a cold front on the way, and this cold front's going to spill in some much-needed rain. But the Storm Prediction Center has elevated, or brought in actually, a risk for some strong to severe thunderstorms. We're under a level 1 risk that I'll break down coming up here in just a second. I want to start you off with a beautiful view from downtown Clinton, Anderson County. Got a few mid to high level clouds hanging out with us this morning, giving us a nice little sunrise. And just off in the distance, past the water tower there, you can see a little bit of fog, but fog is not a major player if you have any sort of outdoor plans here this morning. So that's good news to pass along, of course. And we're going to continue to see just some a nice day today. Today is the warm before the storm. Not to be super cliche-ish, but there's a reason why we have cliches, right? So yesterday we actually had high temperatures in the 70s and even a few pockets of 80s, made it to 78 in Knoxville. So that was 7 degrees above average for this time of the year. Chattanooga made it to 83, and Tri-Cities even not bad, 4 degrees above average at 74. And it is going to be warmer today than what we even experienced yesterday, because we've got a big giant trough that's digging its way across the Intermountain West, the high plains, down into the Mississippi River Valley. And as this comes on through, it's going to usher this cold front across the Mississippi into the southeastern U.S. And look at the storms that are going to fire up. So severe weather is going to be breaking out across the region throughout the day today and overnight tonight. And then it's going to be a thing of the past. And then we get to kick back, relax, and enjoy some beautiful, perfect, if not a nice little cool fall weather pattern as we get into the next week. All right, so if you have travel plans today back to our west, Nashville, Memphis, Paducah, Little Rock, Tupelo, Jackson, Mississippi, Springfield, Missouri, anybody traveling along Interstate 40 westbound, keep in mind, you'll want to track these showers and thunderstorms with the interactive radar and the East Tennessee Weather app. And remember, if you are going to be traveling, to allow location services with the East Tennessee Weather app, because you will get notified of any inclement weather no matter where you're traveling to across the entire country. And with significant weather starting to move its way in, you'll definitely want to stay on top of the weather situation. So make sure you allow location services and, of course, notifications. All right, so we're rain-free this morning. No issues whatsoever to get the day started, but that's going to light up overnight tonight and through the day tomorrow. Temperatures are currently in the 40s, 50s, and we're near 60 across the Southern Valley, so it feels pretty good this morning. By the way, good morning, Beverly, Eva, William, got Katrina. We also have Ryan on here. Several folks joining us on Instagram this morning. So thanks for joining on Instagram. Chris is joining us as well as Julie and Dwayne and Denise and Sheila and Sue from Wares Valley. I love it. Lots of activities, lots of outdoor activities and festivals going on here today. So it's nice and comfortable, cool, maybe a light jacket, but we are trending warmer than what we were yesterday by 5, 10, 15 degrees. And so we've got that going for us, which, by the way, yesterday was a little bit warmer as well. So today's forecast, we're going to climb into the mid-70s, sunny and 75 by lunchtime. Perfect, right? Forecast high temperatures will be in the upper 70s to low and maybe even a few pockets of mid-80s. Now, remember, I said the wind is going to be on the increase. So the National Weather Service has issued a wind advisory. That goes into effect at midnight tonight and runs until 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for the mountains of East Tennessee. And so we're going to see a southeasterly wind or a southeasterly flow. Remember, we talked about this yesterday, that some of the models were indicating more of a parallel motion across the mountains with the winds at 850 millibars, which is about 5,000 feet in elevation. At which point, yes, we'll see some windier conditions across the mountains, but not necessarily a mountain wave event. Well, for those of you joining us from the mountain counties, you know that you can get mountain wave events and the windier conditions. So it does appear that the winds will be out of the southeast, perpendicular or more so perpendicular, therefore creating those strong gusty winds. And they could be gusting to about 50 miles per hour. So the foothills and the highest peaks of the Smokies. Now, again, that's going to be past midnight tonight, but the wind will be on the increase. You can see already the wind early this morning will be on the increase across the mountain counties. Watch as this fills in throughout the day. So not necessarily a windy day per se, but a rather breezy fall day expected throughout the day today. And then again, back to our west as the cold front approaches, that's going to increase the wind. So by 7 o'clock tonight, still going to be a little breezy, still going to be a little gusty, but those southerly winds are going to help to warm our temperatures back into the the 80s. So we're, again, going to be trending about 10 degrees above average for this time of the year, which is going to feel nice, although I know so many of you on social media are like, come on, Witcher. What are we going to do? Go straight from summer into like winter and have like a week's worth of fall? Well, maybe. Maybe. No, let's hope that's not the case, right? So let's pick up our timeline this morning. Now, the only caveat today is I don't want you to be caught off guard. We're not talking about a big deal here, but there is the potential for a stray shower as we get into the afternoon. I'd say anytime after about 3 through about 6 or 7 o'clock tonight. You can see the models picking up on that. So when you look at the rainfall forecast that could reach the surface, it's basically going to be west of Interstate 75 along the Cumberland Plateau. Can't rule out a stray shower. Everyone else should stay on the dry side. So not a big deal there. Just don't be caught off guard and like, what? Where'd this rain come from? And if you have evening plans here tonight, listen, you know I love a good Saturday or Friday night fire pit. I would say let's not do that tonight, just due to the fact that, and depending on the wind, let's see what the wind does. But if we have a bit of a breeze, we are starting to see, and we are in October, it's a dry month, and, you know, the leaves are going to start falling, and everything's starting to turn brown a little bit. And so maybe not do a fire pit tonight due to the wind, but I don't know. And it's going to be warm, though. We're going to be at 74 by 8, so maybe not necessarily the perfect weather to be having a fire pit. All right, let's talk about the risk now, okay? So this is today into tomorrow. So the Storm Prediction Center does a 24-hour forecast for their risk levels. So this runs this morning through tomorrow morning. So it would be tomorrow morning for Fentress and Cumberland County, the Cumberland Plateau, that we could see maybe an isolated strong storm. Again, I'm not expecting a lot of activity, but if we were to see anything at all, it would be damaging wind gusts. Then as we get into our Sunday, as the whole system slides its way through, our risk level shifts up to upper East Tennessee, which we did not have yesterday. So we do have a level 1 risk for some damaging wind gusts. That would be the main threat. So let's pick up our timeline at 7 o'clock tonight. Strong southwesterly flow taking shape around the area, or southerly flow, I should say. That's 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. And again, this is just one deterministic model. So we are looking at the potential for some significant rain to start the day. So if you're heading off to church early in the morning, if you have travel plans, you have outdoor events going on, something to keep in mind. So from sunrise through noon, showers and thunderstorms will be with us. Now, the cold front's still off to our west by noon, but between noon and 3, the cold front's going to be ushered on in. The winds will shift to the westerly direction, and that could spark off with a little bit of instability those afternoon or early evening showers and storms before things begin to improve. And so we'll have more sunshine today, more cloud coverage, more wind tomorrow. And the wind back behind this system, when you usher in that drier air, it brings us a good, solid westerly, northwesterly wind. Forecast rainfall accumulations. We're still talking about anywhere from a quarter of an inch of rain to upwards of 3/4. So we'll kind of cut that in the middle and say, generally speaking, we potentially could see upwards of a half an inch of rainfall, which is beneficial because, as I mentioned, we do have that drought starting to creep its way into the Southern Valley. All right, here's your 7-day forecast. Take a look at that. And just know that, let's take that full for you. So 2 cold fronts on the way. 2 cold fronts go around and no, never mind. I was going to sing a little Eminem. We won't do that this morning for you. All right, so 83 today, 70 tomorrow. Everyone's getting wet tomorrow. 100% chance of rain. Just know that it's not like an all-day deluge, but everyone gets wet tomorrow. Percentages, you know me. I talk about them all the time. I hate them. It just doesn't tell you the whole story, but we have to have them because everyone else has them on there. Behind the cold front, Monday is going to be fantastic. We got morning lows in the 30s and 40s with highs in the upper 60s. Tuesday, another cold front comes through. Maybe about a 20% chance for a stray shower. Not expecting a whole lot of moisture. It is relatively moisture starved, but back behind that cold front, how about some mid to upper 60s with lows in the 30s and 40s? Does that not sound awesome? That is our taste of fall that we've been longing for, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Yes, somebody said, I don't know who it was, Felicia, Eva maybe. Somebody said, nice shirt. It was Eva. Thanks. Got to represent today, right? Now, it's not a home game, so I'm not going to wear the orange suit, and I had the orange jacket on yesterday, so we're just doing a UT shirt for this morning. Buenos dias. How are you this morning? Hola, ¿cómo está? I know a little bit of Spanish, Jorge. I mean, I took like 4 or 5 years of it back in the days, but that is it. All right. You love the show in Clinton? Yay! Thanks. What's going on? Hat makers. Love the hat makers. All right. What are we all saying here on the chat? Let's read everything. Let's see. Maybe take a break. All the pyromaniacs, maybe take a break. I don't know. I'm getting ready to post a social video after this. Anyways, yesterday, I think the Gremlins came back last night or through the day yesterday. I was having some audio issues. I don't know if you saw any of the video forecasts. The audio was just a little tinny and a little off, and I couldn't figure it out. And, typically when you have this much tech, and some of you may know this, it's an ID10T problem, right? Some of you may know what that means. Some of you may not. If you don't know, write it on a piece of paper. You'll figure it out. ID10T. Anyways, and the number one thing you're supposed to do is just reset your computers. That typically fixes most problems when it comes to tech. So I did. That's why I was running a little bit behind this morning. I was trying to figure out my audio. And I was like, well, I can't figure it out, so we're just going to post this video. But it's not terrible. But anyways, one thing I didn't reset was my audio board. Duh. Reset the audio board. I think the audio is turning out a little bit better. That's the hopes. You know how frustrating it is sometimes when you come in here, you just want to work and get your job done for the day. And then you're like, come on. And many of you have been with me through the process of learning how to navigate directing, audio, video, all the things, right? As a one-man band. But anyways, what's up, Evergreen Farms? How are you this morning? All right, how's Spooky Town going? Is it going well? Lots of folks. If you're looking for a family-friendly fun time, head down to Sweetwater and Spooky Town. It's a great little event right there. We've not made it down there. We've not even made it to a corn maze or a pumpkin patch yet. We've not done any of that yet as a family. And now my wife works all weekend long. So she's going to be working. We want to dance in the fall? Is it boogie time? All right, it's boogie time. Let's get going. Let's take it back outside because, we got folks joining us from Anderson County, Clinton, and that is the East Tennessee Weather Camera live in downtown on top of the courthouse. It's a beaut. They say it's a beaut. All right, so here are your national holidays for the day today. And by the way, thanks for joining me yesterday morning as we said happy birthday to my little brother. I'll be posting that I guess I posted that to social media yesterday, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, sounds like the wife is off to work. Wife's off to work. You want to come say hi? You don't want to come say? Janelle says hi, by the way. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Anyways, all right. So it's October 18th. We're celebrating birthdays and events. I don't know why. Why didn't you want to join in the broadcast this morning? Should I run outside and go grab her and bring her in here? Kidnap her so she can't go to work? I think I should. And she's off. Any birthdays out there? Any events? Of course, we've got the Sturgeon Fest going on today. Felicia's going to be down there as well. Those fall temps are a dream come true, says Nicole. Yes, they're going to be so nice. Next week's going to be great. Sweater weather for sure. Jackets, jeans. You know, it's like one of those days where you have jeans on the morning and then, you know, t-shirt underneath, and you shed that t-shirt throughout the day unless you're wearing a suit. It's National Whole Hog Barbecue Day. Have you ever had a whole hog barbecue? Have you ever done that? I actually have never done that. I've seen it one time. No, I don't know if I actually have ever seen it one time. Anyways, if you want to do a whole hog barbecue today, today's the day to do it because it's National Whole Hog Barbecue Day. It's National Exascale Day. I don't know what that is. On October 18th, 10/18, National Exascale Day celebrates the scientists and researchers who make breakthrough discoveries in medicine, material sciences, energy, and beyond with the help of some of the fastest supercomputers in the world. Well, I got to give a big shout out to that because we use supercomputers in weather technology. And if we did not have supercomputers, we would not be computing the information that we are able to pass along to you every day. Probably a good time to take a break and say, hey, listen, I want to give you, we're going to come back to this for a second. I want to give you, you've heard me talk about this before, but please, 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 for the love of God, watch what you share on social media when it comes to weather information. It is driving me bonkers. The amount of social meteorologists that are on there just trying to make a buck. They've figured out how to monetize Facebook, and they're trying to make a buck. And they're posting 342-day outlooks for snowfall. They're posting all this crazy nonsense weather because they have access to the weather computer models, which I think the National Weather Service should shut down unless you're a legit meteorologist. In my personal opinion, I think that's the way it should be because they're just making everything so much more difficult to get the information across to you. So please, please, please. Watch what you like and share on social media. You're helping these people make more money. And then you're helping me you're not helping me. And then I have to just sit there and try to combat the nonsense information that people are posting out because you had one model that said we're going to get a hurricane, Cat 6 hurricane in the Gulf 500 days out. Now, is that realistic? We all know it's not, right? An accurate forecast is good up to about 3 days. And then we start losing accuracy above and beyond the 3-day forecast. All right. I'm off my soapbox. Back to the holidays. It's just driving me nuts. I can't handle it anymore. All right. It's National No Beard Day. Nice clean shaven this morning. I like it. It's National Sweetest Day. Sweetest Day? What is that? Looks like grandparents or something like that. Let's see what that's about. I don't know why that keeps popping up these days. National Sweetest Day is observed on the third Saturday in October by people of all ages. For over 100 years, National Sweetest Day encourages everyone to be generous, even in the smallest ways. I like that one. And it's National Chocolate Cupcake Day. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong button. I'll do them both. I'm not going to eat chocolate cupcakes. Not my style. But many of you probably like a chocolate cupcake. Right? All right. Let's go to historical weather events on this date for the 18th day of October. Let's start back in 2005. With the formation of Hurricane Wilma, the 2005 Atlantic hurricane season tied the record for the most named storms for any season, 21 named storms in 1993, and also tied the record for the most hurricanes in a single season which was 12 set back in 1969. In 1989, unseasonably cold air began to invade the central and eastern U.S., with light snow falling across places like northern Maine, the Great Lakes, with record low temperatures of 9 degrees above zero in Bismarck, North Dakota. That's cold. In 1988, 8 cities in the southwestern U.S. reported record highs. Places like Red Bluff, California, with a reading of 96 degrees. In 1987, thunderstorms in northern Texas produced golf ball-sized hail at Atlanta, along with winds gusting to 86 miles per hour. Here we go. And 4 inches of rain in Atlanta, Georgia. In 1930, a big early season lake effect snow on the lee side of the lake, Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, produced 47 inches at Governor, New York, and 48 inches in just south of Buffalo. Yikes. That's insane. Lake effect snow is insane to me. It's awesome. It's cool how the power of Mother Nature and the power of weather, right? In 1910, northeasterly winds as high as 70 miles per hour from a hurricane moving northward up the Florida peninsula carried water out of the Tampa Bay and into the Hillsborough River. The water level lowered to 9 feet below mean low water. I don't know. 40 ships were actually grounded because of that. In 1906, a hurricane struck South Florida, drowning 124 people stranded in the Florida Keys. And now let's talk about a little world history, shall we? In 1977, the year I was born, here we go. Reggie Jackson tied Babe Ruth's record for hitting 3 home runs in a single World Series game. Jackson was only the second player to achieve this. In 1971, after 34 years, the final issue of Look magazine was published. In 1967, How I Won the War, starring John Lennon, premiered in London. In 1950, Connie Mack announced that he was going to retire after 50 seasons as the manager of the Philadelphia Athletics. In 1943, the first broadcast of Perry Mason, gotta love some Perry Mason, was presented on CBS Radio. The show went on TV in 1957. And in 1867, the U.S. took formal possession of Alaska from Russia. That was 1867. The land was purchased for a total of $7 million. A whopping 2 cents per acre back in those days. Is that not crazy? How much is an acre of land around Knoxville right now? Anybody know? Not 2 cents. But I gave you my 2 cents on social media, didn't I? We'll take you back outside. That's a live look in West Knoxville Fox Road Marina. Anybody longing for those summer days to go hit the lakes again? Or are we good with that? Are we we're done with that? Maybe we're done with that. Hey, by the way, the Netherland Inn Festival is going on in Kingsport today. Janelle Ruth says, I hope you have a great day at work today. I hope she has a good day at work today as well. Oh, thanks, Eva. I appreciate you. Time to start making your Hispanic breakfast. What is it? Are we throwing some chorizo in your eggs? Making a breakfast burrito? I like me a good old breakfast burrito. What's up, Beverly? Good morning, Tyler Cunningham, she says. Good morning, Robin. How are you this morning? You only share what I post. Thank you for that, Eva. I mean, it's nonsense. I'm texting a group of my friends who are meteorologists across the country, and it's driving us all nuts. There are people out there that are just posting just erroneous data. Is it data? Yes. Is it model data? Sure, it is. But you just can't post stuff like that. And then the more you share that, the more money they make, the more money they make, the more they post, the more they post, the more money. It's a cyclical cycle. It's cyclical. It's a cycle. I don't know. I don't believe anything unless I hear from you. Love it, Dwayne. There we go. Katrina loves some chocolate cupcakes. No beard today. Not celebrating that. Come on, Chris. Knock off the beard. Let's go. You know, November is right around the corner. I did No Shave November last year. I don't think I'm going to do it this year. I don't necessarily. I think I look better in a beard, with a beard in person than I do on TV. Does that make sense? TV does weird things to people. Let's see. Janice says October Sky Festival today in Oliver Springs. I love me some Oliver Springs. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Lots of music on Arrowhead Park stage. 150 vendors, car show, and plenty of kids' activities. Remember when part of this movie was filmed in downtown Knoxville? That's awesome. Chorizo, eggs, potatoes, and tomato and cheese. There you go, my friend. You got me hungry at a Mexican breakfast. What's up, Janet? How are you this morning? We do have some great Witcher's pictures to pass along for you as well. We've got some great sunset photos from last night, like Elaine Ombre, who always is, not always, but most of the time, always, but not always joining the show. How about that? She does great photos from behind the lens. Awesome one right there. We had a great sunset last night. Let's see where else. What else do we have? We've got another one coming in from Elaine. Here's another one from Elaine. Great photo there. Let's see who else sent the photo. Savannah Hahn. Sunset in Mossy Grove in Morgan County today. Let's see if she's got another one. Let's see. David Weaver posted one. A little blurry there, David. There it is. But that's a cool shot. Let's see. We've got one from, I said, Savannah Hahn. It's probably going to come in sideways, so we'll fix it. Oh, it did not come in sideways. How about that one? That's a good shot. Those little cotton candy skies just are awesome, aren't they? James Michael, Cherokee Lake. How about this one? That's a gorgeous shot. Got a little steam fog showing up on Cherokee Lake. And let's see, yesterday's sunrise. This was 10/16, so this would have been 2 days ago. 10/16. This is coming in from Jenna Osteen, maybe. How about that? Love me some Witcher's pictures. Don't you love some Witcher's pictures? There's a lot of alliterations that happen with my name. Did you know that? Witcher's 1 Minute Weather, Witcher's Pictures, all the things, right? Anyways, I hope you have a great day today. Enjoy the sunshine, the warm weather, breezy conditions. We're going to top out in the 80s today. Tomorrow, a change is on the way thanks to a cold front bringing us showers and thunderstorms. And maybe even some strong to severe thunderstorms, so I'll keep you posted on that. In the meantime, have a great day. Enjoy your Saturday. Be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short. And as I always say on game day, go Vols!
But you lost me. There's a fire in my left chest, burning my soul, but it fights with my heartbeat. There's an effort that you made that wasn't enough. There's a figure in the mirror that's giving it up. like it should. So your colors, they start, and it's stripping you